Here's something you don't see every day. A bold egret hitching a ride on a pretty mellow gator there. This is at a wildlife preserve in Orlando, Florida. Scientists say egrets like to nest near alligators because gators keep away predators that like to eat the birds' eggs. Don't think it's as common for them to use them as a means of transportation.
Pretty incredible there. Everybody's so chill.
Disney is unveiling plans to build a community of affordable apartments. Fox's David Puglisi is in Orlando and shows us those plans aren't too far from Animal Kingdom.
And that's a scary idea considering what's already possible. The saying goes, don't put words in my mouth. But that takes on new meaning when it comes to deepfake videos.
And right now, there are no laws on the books specific to deepfake.
Contact tracing is happening all across the world. Different countries have different systems in place to track people's comings and goings. Because coronavirus is so contagious, we have to know where people have been, who they've been visiting. To safely open the economy, we have to have a system in place to find everyone. If you're riding with Raft Denver, based here in Idaho Springs, you have to be at least 16 years old right now to go on a majority of their trips. And up until recently, this company wasn't taking any beginners, even on the lowest level rapids like we're riding on here. Self-imposed restrictions as Colorado waters continue to surge.
We'll take you with us on our journey down Clear Creek, where the water's moving nearly as fast as the traffic above.
This is our 9th year in season.
Rafting outfitter owner Jed Ward says these conditions are ideal for thrill seekers, but not for business.
We definitely have turned away business, but it's better than folks getting hurt.
Not all rafting companies are implementing such strict age limits or saying no to beginners.
High water isn't for everybody.
Parks and Wildlife regulates the Colorado rafting industry, and while it leaves those kind of safety decisions to businesses, the department does do random inspections. Our open records request shows rangers did more than 300 of them last year alone. For the most part, businesses are doing it right. Only 2 licenses have been revoked in the last 16 years. But even with every precaution, at least one business owner can admit it's about being as comfortable as possible on this inevitably rocky ride.
Your first rafting experience should be something you enjoy. And look for a more moderate flow time of year for your first experience. We like people to come back.
Parks and Wildlife isn't putting any restrictions on the commercial rafting industry right now, but it is urging people to stay off Colorado waters if you're not with a professional. In Idaho Springs, Lindsay Watts, 7 News. Marina Governor Larry Hogan said today that Maryland needs to prepare for catastrophic flooding, especially in areas that have already seen a lot of rain recently and are already dealing with flooding, like here in Annapolis. We are here by City Dock, right along the Severn River. You can see this high water warning, but you'll see in a moment that this water has actually receded quite a bit since we first got here a few hours ago. Businesses in this area are worried if it looks like this now, what could this hurricane bring? This Annapolis business owner takes flooding in stride.
We've had it happen a number of times where we've had to close down like this.
Over 43 years in business, Spade Storm has seen his share of rain.
You put the board in front, barricade the door, and start the pumps.
He's worried, though, about what Hurricane Florence could do to our region. This is a photo from Hurricane Isabel in 2003, when his ice cream shop was nearly destroyed.
When Isabel occurred, it was up past the lettering, on our front window. So they're saying that we can expect that might happen.
At a press conference today,
the state is currently taking steps to activate all available resources.
Maryland Governor Larry Hogan said people should hope for the best, but get ready for the worst.
Over the next 24 to 48 hours, we will know a lot more about which direction the storm will take. But we are preparing for the potential of historic, catastrophic, and life-threatening flooding in Maryland.
Go ahead and pull this back.
Storm says it's not his own business he's most concerned about, but how people will fare elsewhere in the state.
I very, very much worry about the people on Kent Island because the last time people just simply could not get out.
And back here live now, no matter where you live, emergency officials are urging people, make sure that you are ready for this storm. Prepare your home for a lot of rain and wind and flooding, and make sure you have water, food, flashlights and batteries on hand and ready to go for later this week. We're live in Annapolis. Lindsay Watts, Fox 5 Local News.